Hello, friends. Have you ever felt that when you are about to take a big step in life, a cold current flows inside you? It's as if an invisible wall is blocking you. You know that you can do better. There is infinite potential, the seeds of excellence hidden within you. But you can't move forward. Do you know the name of that silent wall? Its name is fear. Fear. It's not just a feeling, it's the biggest obstacle to our greatest potential. Think of how many dreams, how many creative ideas, how many amazing ideas are buried in the darkness of fear. Fear whispers in our ears, "You're not enough. You'll fail. What will people think?" And we, like fools, believe that whisper and sit idly by. Fear is not a demon that attacks us from the outside. Fear is a prison of our own making. Its walls are made of past failures, future worries, and most importantly, our negative perceptions of ourselves. Today, we will break the lock on that prison. We will learn how to control fear, not chase it away, but to turn it into a source of our strength. Remember, courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the decision to move forward despite the fear. Achieving excellence is not just about winning Olympic gold or becoming a millionaire. Excellence is about expressing your true, authentic self, using your highest potential. But until you break the chains of fear, the best version of you will never be able to come out into the world. Part 2. Types of fear and their real causes. Let's get to know our enemy a little better. Fear is not one type, it comes in many forms. 1. Fear of failure, phobia of failure. This is the most common fear. What if I try and fail? We forget that failure is a stepping stone to success, a valuable lesson. The one who has not tried is simply beyond failure, and the one who has tried has either succeeded or is one step closer to success. The fear of failure is actually a strategy to protect your ego, but to achieve excellence, you have to sacrifice your ego. 2. Fear of judgment. What will people say? This question robs us of so much joy and new experiences in our lives. We live in a society where the approval or validation of others is as important to us as breathing. But your life is yours. Those who criticize you will praise you by name after you reach your goals. Their opinions should not be your destination. Fear of the unknown. We feel uncomfortable whenever we try something new, because the old is familiar and safe to us. But excellence always lies outside the comfort zone, beyond the boundaries of the comfort zone. New discoveries are made in the unknown. Remember, you yourself do not know what you can do until you step into the unknown. The root cause of fear. At the root of all these fears is a central idea: I am not good enough. This idea comes primarily from two sources: past negative experiences, a childhood failure, or being criticized by adults that become embedded in our minds. Environmental pressure, unrealistic expectations from society, family, or peers, which place an additional burden on us. The first step to overcoming fear is to acknowledge that even though these fears are real, they are within your control. Part 3. Strategies for mastering fear, creating a mental shield. To master fear, we need to build a strong shield within our minds. Here are some proven strategies. 1. Name and define fear. When fear is vague, it seems like a big monster. But when you give it a name, it becomes smaller. Ask yourself, what am I really afraid of? What is the worst that could happen? Worst case scenario. If the worst really happens, how will I cope? When you mentally prepare for the worst case scenario, that situation no longer controls you. In most cases, what we fear doesn't actually turn out to be that bad. 2. Take baby steps. If you are afraid to climb a 20-foot wall, first step on a 1-foot tile. The path to excellence is not built overnight. It is a collection of small victories. Break down the source of your fear into small parts and conquer one part every day. Suppose you are afraid of public speaking. First speak in front of a mirror, then in front of a friend, then in front of a small group. This is how your courage will grow. 3. Breathing techniques. Fear is a physical reaction in our bodies. Heart rate increases, muscles tighten, breathing quickens. Whenever you feel afraid, take slow, deep breaths to calm your mind. Take a deep breath for 4 seconds. Hold that breath for 7 seconds. Breathe out slowly through your mouth for 8 seconds. This process calms your nervous system and sends a message to your brain. I am safe. 4. Practice self-compassion. Making mistakes is normal. Failure is a part of life. When you make a mistake, stop judging yourself harshly. Be compassionate with yourself, just as a good friend would comfort you. Tell yourself, it's okay, I made a mistake. I'm human. I will learn from this mistake and try again. Part 4. Transforming the power of fear into fuel for purpose. Fear cannot be simply pushed away. Its power must be harnessed. Fear actually wants us. It is an ancient defense mechanism of our brain. Instead of destroying it, turn it into a friend. 1. Translation of emotions. When you feel intense fear, that emotion is actually very close to excitement. In both cases, your heart rate increases, adrenaline is released. You can train your brain. When fear comes, tell yourself, I'm not afraid, I'm excited. This one-word change can completely turn your mindset around. Fear will no longer hold you back, but will instead give you an urge to act. 2. Connect the cause of fear to your why. The bigger your purpose in life or why, the smaller your fears will become. Why do you want to achieve excellence? What is the goal behind it? For your family, to bring about change in society, or to visualize your highest potential. When your goal is bigger than your fear, fear doesn't stop you. Instead, it provides extra fuel to keep you going. Challenge fear. You can't stop me because my goal is worth more than you. Now ask yourself this question. What is the biggest step in my life that I haven't taken yet because of fear? Today is the time to take that step. Today is the time to begin your journey to excellence. Part 6. Manifesting and managing fear in the workplace. Fear creates formidable obstacles not only in our personal lives, but also in our professional lives. We will now discuss the main manifestations of fear in the workplace and ways to control them. 1. Not applying for promotion or fear of taking on new responsibilities. There are many skilled workers who avoid promotion opportunities even when they get them. The main reason for this is the fear of, I am not qualified for this position. To overcome this fear, make a list of the skills required for the position you want to move to. Then see which skills you currently have and which ones you need to acquire. Instead of eliminating fear, create a clear action plan in front of it. Planning eliminates the uncertainty of fear. 2. Fear of expressing one's opinion in front of a higher-ranking official. You may know that you have a good solution for a project, but you are afraid to open your mouth in front of your boss. You are afraid that if your idea is wrong, your image will be damaged. Remember, the foundation of any successful organization is open thinking. Your boss does not expect problems from you, he expects solutions from you. Prepare your idea as a proposal where you highlight both the pros and cons. Preparation increases your confidence. 3. Fear of bargaining or salary increase negotiations. You know you are being paid less than market value, but you are afraid to negotiate a raise. This fear is the fear of hearing no. To overcome this fear, know the value of your work. Make a list of what you have done for the organization in the past year. Facts and evidence are your greatest weapons. When you have facts behind your claim, fear goes away. 4. Fear of delegating or transferring power. Many managers want to take everything into their own hands. Their fear is that if someone else can't do the job right, they will fail. This fear is actually the fear of losing control. To excel, you need to learn how to trust others and how to encourage others to excel. Empower your team members, trust them, and you will see your team become stronger and better. Part 7. Deep practice to break the mental web of fear. To further strengthen our script, this time we will discuss some deep and effective exercises for breaking the mental webs of fear. These are not just theories, they are meant to be applied regularly. 1. Challenge negative self-talk. Stop that critical voice in your head that keeps talking. Whenever you think, I can't do this, immediately ask yourself, is this really true? What is the proof? If my dear friend said that, what would I tell him? Replace your negative statement with a positive and realistic statement. For example, instead of, I can't do this, say, I'm still learning and I can succeed if I try. This exercise will stop your brain from acting as a fear controller. 2. Creating the embodiment of fear. Take a piece of paper and draw a picture or make a symbol of your biggest fear. Then tear up the symbol, burn it safely, or throw it in the trash. This is a psychological release that tells your brain that you have let go of that fear and that you no longer have control over it. 3. Time limit fear. Fear is a fleeting emotion. When you feel very scared, tell yourself, okay, I can be scared for 5 minutes now. In these 5 minutes, I will think about all my worries. As soon as the 5 minutes are up, consciously tell your mind, time is up, it's time to work. This strategy will keep you from getting swept away in a sea of fear and will bring you back to productivity after a certain period of time. Celebration of small victories. Celebrate every small achievement on your journey to excellence. Did you learn a new skill? Congratulations. Did you face your fears? Give a thumbs up. These small celebrations release the feel-good hormone dopamine in your brain, which will encourage you to take on bigger challenges. It silences the inner critic who only sees mistakes. Conquering fear is not a one-day task. It is a lifelong habit. The steps you take today are just the beginning. Each step will take you closer to your greatest potential. Fear will remain, but you will emerge stronger than it. Episode 8. The Ethics of Excellence. Overcoming Fear. We are not just talking about controlling fear. We are talking about achieving excellence. The foundation of this excellence is a kind of morality, one that will help you transcend fear. 1. Honesty and vulnerability. Disclosure. To achieve excellence, you must be honest with yourself and with others. Don't hide your weaknesses or fears. When you admit your fears or weaknesses, they can no longer be used as a weapon against you. Showing your weaknesses is a form of courage. When you tell others, I'm afraid to do this, but I'm going to try anyway, you inspire others and gain support from them. 2. Purpose-driven life. When your life is guided by a deep purpose, small fears become insignificant to you. Your purpose is your compass. Whenever fear tries to distract you, remember your purpose. If your purpose is to improve people's lives, then the fear of criticism or the fear of failure will pale in comparison to that grand purpose. The grander your purpose, the greater your courage. 3. Legacy or legacy thinking. Think about what you want to leave behind in this world. When you leave this world, what will people remember you as? Do you want to be known as the person who gave up on their dreams because of fear? Or as the person who overcame all obstacles and achieved excellence? Your future legacy is far more important than your current fears. This thought will give you a source of long-term courage. 4. Putting fear in the teacher's seat. Don't think of fear as your enemy. Think of it as your harsh teacher. Your fears are actually telling you which areas of your life you need to focus on. If you're afraid of public speaking, it means you need to work on your communication skills or confidence. Fear is drawing your attention to the areas that you need to change to achieve excellence. Thank fear because it is showing you the way to your improvement. Fear is an illusion. It is a shadow. It disappears when you shed light on it. Light the light of your inner greatness. The shadow of your fear will automatically disappear. Now is the time to wait. Today, from this moment, let your unprecedented journey to excellence begin. There will be fear along the way, but you will never stop. Part 9. Rebuilding the mindset through habit. To stay on the path to excellence, you need to rewire your mindset through daily habits. These habits will transform the fear-driven person in you into a courage-driven person. 1. Daily challenge, daily dare. Do one thing every day that makes you feel even slightly uncomfortable. It could be talking to a stranger, asking your boss a question, or starting to learn a new skill. These small, uncomfortable tasks will strengthen your mental muscles. When you regularly conquer small fears, the big fears will automatically seem smaller. 2. Practicing. 3. Gratitude. Fear draws our attention to the negative. To counteract this, express gratitude every day. Be grateful for all the good things in your life, your health, your relationships, your opportunities. Gratitude is a powerful positive emotion that dispels negativity. When your mind is filled with gratitude, there is no room for fear. Express gratitude for 3 things every morning. 3. Meditation and mindfulness. Fear comes from worries about the future or regrets about the past. Meditation brings you back to the present. Through mindfulness, you learn to simply notice your fears without judging them or identifying with them. When a fearful thought comes, you simply notice and let it go. You are not your thoughts. You are the one noticing the thoughts. This gives you a sense of control over your emotions. 4. Visualizing the opposite of fear. Visualize clearly the place in your life where you want to excel. Imagine the feeling, the sound, and the sight of the moment when you are speaking on stage, when you are achieving your goal. Visualize this image of excellence every morning. When you constantly see images of success, your brain will be primed for success and the images of fear will fade. Episode 10. The Final Call. Your greatness awaits you. Friends, we have almost reached the end of our journey. But this is actually the beginning of your personal journey. We have learned what fear is, how it holds us back, and how to control it. Now it is time to ignite the fire of excellence within you. Fear is a test. It comes into your life to see how ready you are to fulfill your dreams. Those who stop at a little fear live ordinary lives, but those who overcome fear reach the peak of excellence. Setting a time limit with fear. Fear is a fleeting emotion. When you are very scared, tell yourself, okay, I can be scared for 5 minutes now. In these 5 minutes, I will think about all my worries. As soon as the 5 minutes are over, consciously tell your mind, time's up, now it's time to work. This technique will prevent you from being carried away by the sea of fear and bring you back to productivity after a certain period. 4. Celebrating small victories. Celebrate every small achievement on your journey to excellence. Have you learned a new skill? Congratulations. Have you faced your fears? Well done. These small celebrations release a pleasurable hormone called dopamine in your brain, which will encourage you to take on bigger challenges. It silences that inner critic who only sees mistakes. Conquering fear is not a one-day job. It's a lifelong habit. The step you're taking today is just the beginning. Every step will bring you closer to your excellence. Fear will remain, but you will become stronger than it. Part 8. The Ethics of Excellence, Moving Beyond Fear. We are not just discussing controlling fear. We are discussing achieving excellence. The foundation of this excellence is a kind of ethics which will help you overcome fear. 1. Honesty and vulnerability. To achieve excellence, you must be honest with yourself and with others. Do not hide your weaknesses or fears. When you admit your fear or weakness, it can no longer be used as a weapon against you. Expressing vulnerability is a form of courage. When you tell someone, I'm afraid to do this, but I'll try anyway, you inspire others and gain their support. 2. Purpose-driven life. When your life is guided by a deep purpose, minor fears become insignificant to you. Your purpose is your compass. Whenever fear tries to distract you, remember your purpose. If your purpose is to improve people's lives, then the fear of criticism or failure will fade before that noble purpose. The greater your purpose, the greater your courage. 3. Thoughts of legacy. Think for a moment, what do you want to leave behind in this world? When you leave this earth, what will people remember you for? Do you want to be known as the person who gave up on their dreams due to fear? Or as the person who achieved excellence by overcoming all obstacles? Your future legacy is far more important than your current fears. This thought will give you a long-term source of courage. 4. Placing fear in the teacher's chair. Don't consider fear your enemy. Consider it your strict teacher. Your fears are actually telling you which areas in your life need attention. If you are afraid of public speaking, it means you need to work on your communication skills or confidence. Fear is directing your attention to what you need to change to achieve excellence. Thank fear, because it is showing you the way to your improvement. Fear is an illusion. It is a shadow. It vanishes when light is shed upon it. Ignite the light of excellence within you. The shadow of your fear will disappear on its own. No more waiting. Let your extraordinary journey towards excellence begin today, this very moment. Fear will come along this path, but you will not stop. Part 9. Rebuilding mentality through habits. To remain steadfast on the path to excellence, you must rebuild your mindset through daily habits. These habits will transform the fear-driven person within you into a courage-driven person. 1. Daily dare. Every day, do something that makes you slightly uncomfortable. This could be talking to a stranger, asking your boss a question, or starting to learn a new skill. These small, uncomfortable tasks will strengthen your mental muscles. When you regularly conquer small fears, bigger fears will automatically seem smaller. Practicing gratitude. Fear draws our attention to the negative. To counteract this, express gratitude every day. Be grateful for all the good things in your life, your health, your relationships, your opportunities. Gratitude is a powerful positive emotion that dispels negativity. When your mind is filled with gratitude, there is no room for fear. Express gratitude for 3 things every morning. 3. Meditation and mindfulness. Fear comes from worries about the future or regrets about the past. Meditation brings you back to the present. Through mindfulness, you learn to simply notice your fears without judging them or identifying with them. When a fearful thought comes, you simply notice and let it go. You are not your thoughts, you are the one noticing the thoughts. This gives you a sense of control over your emotions. 4. Visualizing the opposite of fear. Visualize clearly the place in your life where you want to excel. Imagine the feeling, the sound, and the sight of the moment when you are speaking on stage, when you are achieving your goal. Visualize this image of excellence every morning. When you constantly see images of success, your brain will be primed for success and the images of fear will fade. Episode 10. The final call. Your greatness awaits you. Friends, we have almost reached the end of our journey. But this is actually the beginning of your personal journey. We have learned what fear is, how it holds us back, and how to control it. Now it is time to ignite the fire of excellence within you. Fear is a test. It comes into your life to see how ready you are to fulfill your dreams. Those who stop at a little fear live ordinary lives. But those who overcome fear reach the peak of excellence. Remember, the only permanent failure is not trying. You are writing the script of your life. Will there be scenes of fear stopping you? Or will there be an epic story of overcoming adversity and achieving victory? The decision is yours. Make fear your companion. It won't guide you, but it will remind you that you are doing an important job. Because important jobs always come with fear. Start your work. Create your art. Live the best version of your life. The world is waiting for your excellence. Master your fear because your excellence is waiting for you. Episode 13. Conclusion. The torch of excellence. Friends, we will end this discussion with a final promise. Fear is an inevitable part of our lives. It is not possible to completely eliminate it, nor is it necessary. Please remember, courage is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Failure is information. It teaches you how not to do things. It doesn't determine your worth. Excellence is a daily choice. It is the choice to step out of your comfort zone and into the realm of discomfort. Learn to listen to that voice inside you now that tells you, yes, you can. Yes, you are good enough. Take up the torch of excellence. Your story of overcoming your fears is not just yours. It is a source of inspiration for others. Show the light to the darkness and show this world your true and best self. Now is the time. Master your fears and break the barriers to excellence.